Man, I got so much. Look, it only takes a week and there's some big things popping. Your boy, President Joe Biden, is cashing in on some campaign promises, y'all. He finally came through and announced on Wednesday that he and his administration will be canceling $10,000 in federal student loan debt and $20,000 for federal borrowers who have debts for the Pell Grant. So now I know you guys are asking a bunch of questions on eligibility. How do I qualify? All of those things. So we might as well talk money. So here's the big answers to the big three questions. Who will get the loan? Okay. Who qualifies for the loan? Well, the administration is saying that individuals with federal student loans who make under $125,000 per year, or couples who earn collectively $250,000 a year, qualify for the $10,000 in forgiveness. Individuals with federal student loans who make under $125,000, and the same for couples 250 who also have the Pell Grants, they'll qualify for that 20,000. There's also something in there, you guys, for parents, because I know a lot of parents had the Parent Plus loans, my mom included. Those were the federal loans for parents who helped borrowers qualify for those loans. They also can take advantage of this if their loans are taken out, as long as their loan is not taken after June 30th of this year. Okay. So how do you apply? Right now, the White House is saying there is no particular way, there's no application, if you will. But in order for borrowers to benefit, you will eventually submit an application and they'll verify your income kind of thing. And they'll just go in and erase the file. They are encouraging borrowers to go to that studentaid.gov and log in. You can go to the debt relief announcement and follow all of those searches on there and find it. Yeah, you guys, this is pretty good. I went through and logged into my student aid and looked at my loan debt, and I said, okay, the Pell Grant is giving, your girl owns 11,000, but child, that student loan debt is in the 70,000. So I'm like, a $10,000, that ain't really making much of a smack in the face, Omari. I don't know about you, but I'll take the 10, I'll take the 20, but it ain't much when it's hitting at 80. And there it is.
I think that what's unfortunate is that we always sold a false bill of goods, and that, I mean, this is just Biden being Biden, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, that seems like around something Biden would do. Like, yeah, we got 10,000 for you. Although, during the campaign and everything, it was like, how could they do something transformational around student debt? And that's the thing, is like, what's going to be transformational? I don't see nothing transformational. I mean, yeah, 10,000. I mean, I ain't gonna sneeze at it. I'm sure it'll come in handy somewhere through there or anything else. And I guess it's better to do something than nothing. But it's not the transformational whatever around student loans, and really just the way that we pay for college in America that I think a lot of people expected.
I agree with your point in that there has to be something done to the broken system. I mean, because when you go to college and you're like us, you're coming straight out the hood, we also don't have a lot of financial literacy. So we're going in and you're 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, just signing away your life to all these loans. And you look at it and it's like, okay, there's $3,500 here to go to this, stay in school this semester, $5,000 here and there. Then you look up and you owe $31,000 in interest, $80,000 in loans, $12,000 in grants, and you don't even know what to do with all of that, right? And so we have to think of a better way to encourage students to continue to get their education. I know a lot of the younger generation under me is like, I don't want to go to school because I don't want to have to pay all that student loan debt. So, this is something that's in the way.
What do you got? What do you have to say though to all these people on the other side of this issue who are hot? Like, man, I paid my debt. These guys need to pay theirs, or you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of pushback around this program.
I don't want to tell them. I pay my private student loans. In full transparency, I pay my private student loans. I absolutely cannot afford to pay my federal student loans. And so I don't care what it does to my credit at this point, because I can't sign up to add another payment into my lifestyle. It's just not going to work like that. I would be drowning in student loan debt. But I do pay my private student loans. And I'm like, all right, once I go there, then maybe I can tackle something else. I mean, it is what it is. If you were able to pay your student loans, then you were able to pay them. But there's a lot of guys like me that just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And when I graduated, we were in the heart of a recession. You know, we didn't have anything rolled out. These kids who are just graduating, they're graduating on the toes of COVID and all of it, you know, the world kind of changing. So it's too expensive, and you're not prepared as a 23, 24-year-old graduate to start paying $300 or $400 a month in student loans on top of, you know, 6 to 8% inflation. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I would say this, that I think that we might want to look at or rethink how we pay for education in our country, because at the end of the day, we're better off as a country overall the more educated that we are, right? But it's like the cost of education and higher education, you know, it still creates this situation to where, you know, there's an underclass in our society, right? And I mean, where if it's just crazy, because it's, if you look at how other countries, and I don't like really comparing US to other countries because, you know, we're us. But, you know, what people put, your budget is a physical representation of your values, right? And if we valued education more in our country, then we would figure out things differently. But you know what I'm saying? We keep education in a space, higher education in a space almost of the haves and have nots.
Absolutely. Well, we can talk more in depth about this topic on and on. So we'll move forward, you guys. But I see y'all in the comments chiming in, and shout out to everybody, you know, who's taking advantage of this. Again, it is a drop in the bucket, but everybody who is eligible should apply. Go ahead and get that dough cheese.